We're both adults here. We've been through enough. Surely we're past clinging to naive ideals and keeping our hands clean. Then consider my proposal, Chief. It's the best chance you'll have. Don't waste it.
So, not only did you meet Isomer in person, but the entire core team at the observation hub as well. You confirmed Edge 07's identity, and even received a covert invitation to collaborate. Your little excursion turned out far more eventful than I ever imagined. Something straight out of an adventure novel. If I wrote this into a history book exactly as it happened, I'm afraid I'd be accused of wild exaggeration. I'm sorry it wasn't what you hoped for. Academia has never been pure. Science and politics, interests, power, they've always been tangled together. Especially in an era like ours, defined by catastrophe. Right now, Aurum Secretum, catastrophe weapons, and new mines are all under intense scrutiny. They're tied directly to economic production and survival, not to mention commercial rivalries and city-state strategy. Who's to say which breakthrough might upend everything and reshape the world? Which is why every sector's been pouring in investment, placing their bets. And the scientists who control those technologies rise right along with the tide. Once that happens, well, things get rather complicated. I respect them. Reaching that level isn't as wonderful as you'd expect. History is littered with prominent scientists who were kidnapped or assassinated. You might ask your good friend General Augustus. Back during the Independence War, who ranked higher on the assassination hit list? Her, or the Edge scholar who provided her with technical support? At this stage of civilization, a technological breakthrough can no longer be chalked up to the efforts of a few brilliant individuals. It's part of something far larger, a massive system. Often the key piece of it. Resources, information, time, talent. It takes the combined strength of entire city-states, of all humanity, really. And you have to navigate something far more complex. Human nature. Those pure, idealistic scholars of a bygone era would find it hard to adapt, I think. Being able to shut yourself away in an ivory tower and pour everything into your research, that's a luxury in itself. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little envious. Just look across the way. The College of Science draws students in droves, year after year. Their halls are always buzzing. Meanwhile, our students keep switching tracks. Now we've only got Linda left, barely holding on with a threadbare budget. It does get lonely, you know. If only you could do a little promoting for us, Chief. A few recommendations here and there. She said all that? Thank you, Chief. You have a real gift for lifting someone's spirits. I see. I'm honored that you'd come to me with this. Truly, it makes me happy. Intelligence, experience, whatever I have that might help, I'm more than glad to share it with you. Oh, that's a good one. A rare lens to look through. The greatest variable in the NF chronology, the shifting status of sinners, regional sinner communities and their social contexts, a comparative study, daily life at the Bureau. All excellent topics. Thank you for being so generous, Chief. Now, regarding Isomer and the Ring Research Institute's past, my preliminary findings are ready. Connect to Terminal 0490 here in the library, and you can download everything safely with no trace. I've already opened the access for you. Any future updates, you can sync at your convenience. Though I suspect these materials won't resolve what's really troubling you. They won't answer the questions you're actually facing right now. Neither can I. So, why don't we take a break and you can hear about what I found instead? Thanks to the doors you opened, my West District fieldwork turned out to be quite productive. The recordings and photos alone are nearly filling up my storage, and I'm still sorting through everything. Come, join me. Who knows? You might even be able to fill in a few gaps for me while we're at it, Chief.
You want to talk about Rustfire? You really know your stuff. Whoever sent you my way, what an eye for talent, what impeccable judgment. I am, without question, the single most devoted witness to that glorious, heart-wrenching chapter of history. And not just Rustfire, from the West District to Dis City to the world beyond, from BR002 to the Golden Age to the NF chronology. Long, grueling, magnificent, tragic. I couldn't possibly do it all justice in one sitting, but I've composed 108 new epic poems celebrating this radiant era. Not just my own hand, mind you, but collaborative works with the future blossoms of West District. You must include them all in your history book. I hereby grant you full rights.
How about you learn a thing or two from her first? You know, proper research methodology, maybe some effective teaching techniques. Then see if you can borrow her library card while you're at it. You've been drooling over that collection for years, and this professor here happens to be its head librarian.
Crush! Impeccable timing. Look, I've included that assignment you handed in last time among the 108 poems. You too shall be immortalized alongside the rest of us.
Oh, me too! I know stuff about outside the city way farther than White Sands. I just got back, in fact. There's this insanely Miss Owen Fraser, like my age, and she's a total freaking genius. Oh, and I can tell you all about my adventures too. All the... what's that word again? Right! Local customs and culture. Let's start with Tuco.
I verified the list of people you proposed to visit, ma'am. Some of them have already passed away. We can try reaching out to their family, or... If you really wish to learn about the individuals themselves, and you wouldn't be averse to unconventional approaches, I happen to know 2 specialists who might be able to offer some leads. There are also a few people with rather sensitive statuses. Nirvana has been stirring up trouble non-stop, so it's not safe for them to show themselves. You won't be able to meet them directly, but... if Chief were to accompany you, I believe we could still arrange something. Some of them have been missing their old friend, after all.
Shush! Don't go saying it out loud. I'm not looking to get nabbed just yet. Can't we just sneak a little meeting? Make it look like we bumped into each other? You know, a surprise, a happy coincidence. Well, hey there, handsome. You look awfully familiar. Spitting image of an old buddy of mine, actually. How about we grab some skewers? They do amazing barbecue in the satellite town.
It was truly an unforgettable experience. I met the hero of legend and made the acquaintance of a teacher from the Syndicate Academy, who turns out to be a journalist and poet as well. She shared so many fascinating stories with me, the kind you'd never find in any newspaper. And then there are Romanesque's 2 leaders. This is the first time I've collected echoes of the dead as historical source material. I still don't know how to analyze something like that. Of course, organizing the materials, extracting the information, discerning each narrator's subjective lens, and finally distilling a truth one can stand behind. That's the fundamental competency of any chronicler worth their title. But for me, the greatest reward was crossing that divide between East and West, walking down streets I'd only ever seen in photographs, meeting the people who actually live there. At first, they were wary of a Paradiso scholar like me, and curious too. But by the end of each conversation, every one of them shook my hand. Words, in the end, can only hold fragments. The real history has settled into every brick and stone of West District, into the people whose lives are woven into that place. When they opened their hearts to me, that's when I truly saw the marks time had left behind, and the light still shining through them too. I can imagine how much you treasure them. And I can guess, at least a little, how difficult it must be for you in circles like these. The calculations, the maneuvering, the impossibility of reading anyone's true intentions. You're not at ease here, are you? I can't make your choices for you. The advice and intelligence I offer are just one more voice in the noise. One perspective among many. I'm glad you trust me, but in the fog of an age like ours, you're the one who must ultimately tell truth from falsehood. It's not so hard, really. Sometimes you just need to set aside the reports and summaries other people have compiled. Step out of the study. Go see and hear for yourself, up close. The way you took me to the West District. As long as you know what you truly want, and you're clear on which lines you will never cross, I believe you can keep moving forward, you'll be able to walk whatever road that leads you down. Then that's enough. Look into your own heart and make your choice.
You may not have ambition, but everyone has something they refuse to compromise on. Something they'll protect at any cost. You don't want BR-003 falling into the Underground's hands. So, what's the harm in working with me?
Hello, Chief of MBCC. It seems you've reached a decision. Quite enough. Thank you for your cooperation, Chief. Then, in return, your security clearance has been granted. Welcome to the BR-003 Observation Hub.